Okay, sorry about that. We paused it and created another file. Let's see how big that one is. It's part 6. It's 148 megabytes. That's not bad. So far you can see we're at 4 parts. So time is really rushing up on me. I don't know how long it's going to take to convert these, and we probably got 3 or 4 more segments to go. So we're gonna probably start talking a little faster here, because don't worry, you all are members now. You have access. You can question me about anything that you don't fully understand. And I'm trying my best to get this up to give you a good overview first, and also make it where it's an actual package-friendly type of presentation. So that way, I can package the questions and answers into one nice, neat thing. So when new members come in, they won't have to jump around as much and to find what they're looking for. And we try to give them like a full explanation of how things work in one fell swoop. So, all right. So just discussing. I didn't mean to stop it. I meant to hit unpause and stopped it, so it automatically saved it. And we were talking about marketing, your website, this Office Live website. Now, you don't have to get a free website unless you're definitely being thrifty. You can go to register.com/TV and get a .com name for $1, for a year. And that would probably be the best way, because it's only $1. All companies need a website anyway, even if it's just a corporate website that just basically writes what you do. And that was the reason I was saying wanted to point this out before I paused it. Using these blogs and using this marketing, you can pad it the way you want it to be. You can see how it says beautiful real estate located approximately 1 mile off the coast of Canada. You can write up your own editorials on your own company, and actually control what's seen. You can manipulate anything, to your heart's content, the way you like it to be posted. That way you can do some PR work to head things off that may, some eventualities that may pop up that, that were actually unexpected. So again, we got the software draining the browser. We're at a maximum 100%. Usually when you're at 100%, no other processes will run. And I think we got school buses coming past our router, so that it was going pretty fast. It may knock us off a little bit. Well, I was going to go to a blog website and give you an idea of a nice editorial we wrote up on what this company does as far as luxury real estate, rentals, leases, and sales, some of the property we have available, that kind of stuff. But since it's acting kind of touchy right now, and it's actually kind of froze because of this process, we're at 100%, and it's not letting anything go down. And plus, a bus just went past in between the two buildings, so we'll give it another few minutes. Hopefully, it'll kick back in. If not, we'll have to pause this and continue it once it kicks back in. You may not notice that it's even paused. Okay, here we go. Yeah. See, we always have these technical difficulties, and sad part about it is it usually goes down when we're live. This is the reason for this preparation. Worst case scenario, I just upload these one at a time if it won't let me convert them, and I'll just focus on converting the ones that are over 200 megabytes, which, if I'm not mistaken, is only just a handful. There's this one, and I think that one. Yeah, everything else has been staying way within the time frame. And just to get a good gauge, because 14, it was around 20, so we'd say about 16, 17 minutes per segment should get us where we want to be. Got a lot of school buses riding by right now past our router, so it's about that time. It's 3:30. Because these things are very important. Okay. Kind of weird that hasn't there it goes. weird thing about it is I actually saw it. Man, here we go. So we got dashboard notifications on Blogger, hideaways and stuff like that, like blogs posted. So, you know, that's really not that important. I just wanted to show how you can write your own reviews on your company, and I can write, you know, if I wanted to, that we, you know, have 300 employees worldwide and all this, and every link would say that. It would say something to that effect, to where, you know, after searching different places, it would make any, you know, it wouldn't make any sense. It's just really preliminary. Just these data companies actually do background checks, you know, for lack of a better word, just to make sure, do a preliminary search to make sure you're just not a, you know, a scammer or trying to defraud them in any kind of way. So that's all it is. Okay, so we still got one step left to go before we even get to trade lines and anything like that. What I get bugged about the most, UCC filings. This is like number 2, you know, to back taxes, because UCC filing. Let's bring up a page first. Maybe we can point this stuff out, because I think this is the thing that most people struggle with the most. It's a universal form, but some states have different requirements that need to be filled out. But this is universal. We use these forms in France. We use these forms in Turks and Caicos. We use the exact same forms, kind of like, you know, they'll have a different number at the bottom, but it's the same form. So let's see if we can open up a sample form here. So we can go over some stuff real quick. We'll spend this segment right here, and let me keep an eye on the time. Let's say we started at 3:32. So I guess on 3:50, something like that, we'll shut it down. We just want to make sure, so at least worst comes to worst, I can just constantly upload and keep it going like that. Now we got it up, we can explain it a little bit. UCC filing is just a UCC1 form is just a finance statement. This is the super duper publicly filed document, you know, like I said, worldwide, and this shows up on all credit reports, not just Dun & Bradstreet, but all of them. What a credit bureau does is try its best to collect data, and more private and personal data, or more complete data, the better that credit bureau will be. So what they do is they basically take everything that's public and index it. Like, that's the first thing. Like that's rule number 1, is information that is available is supposed to catalog it, you know. And so all credit bureaus, business and personal, they all report UCCs on your business credit report. If you go to your DMV update page, and you look at the bottom, it'll tell you like UCC filings, public filings, and payments. You know, if you have any, it'll list them. And it's definitely something that's in every credit bureau. If you go to an Experian file, same thing. So we're just basically going to go over how to fill this out, because a lot of people get confused. A financing statement just lists the collateral that's used against the loan. You can, in the miscellaneous section, list the details of this financing, and sometimes you can't. But if you decide to, you can also, you can just list the collateral and then write out a promissory, because every loan or loan agreement or lease agreement has a contract. This is just a statement that lists what the contract is backed by. So a lot of people get confused on where to put the numbers in at. And this is more inferred than specific. This is inferred, and you get credit for it being not a negative UCC. So just the fact that it just shows the collateral that's backed by whatever's going on, it'll show it's in good standing. And that's really what, all you want. And I went over this, guys, but I still get some emails. I can't remember exactly when and where I went over it, so I don't know if everyone actually had access to it or not. Name of contact that filer, that's definitely optional. And some of the stuff is way too common sense, I'm not going to fill it in. Where it says send your acknowledgments to, this is the company that you're loaning the money to, or leasing a vehicle to, or leasing office equipment to, or leasing office space to. When it comes to a home-based business, this is definitely your friend. This helps you manipulate your credit report, and this is not even one of those things for informational purposes only. This is business 101. When it comes to what you put down here, that's on your own conscience. But this is business 101. When you start a business, the business is a newly born child, so to speak, and it doesn't have any income, it doesn't have any money, any resources. That's why most of you are here. Like the first thing that you do is you're supposed to secure some kind of financing for seed money, for operational costs, expenses, expansion, whatever the case may be. So the only way, the traditional way, and the oldest way known to man is you get a loan for your business. 9 times out of 10, you get it from your mom. If your credit's not, you get it from a neighbor, friend, relative, whatever. But in some cases, in most cases, you loan the business money yourself. If you have the money to start a business and you don't need any immediate financing, then you don't want to commingle funds. So you want to lend your business money. And once you lend that business money, you do a UCC on it, just like a bank would, just like a car lot would, any other place would. A UCC is synonymous with a trade line. It shows payment history. It shows past involvement in some kind of business transactions. So this is key. And this alone, up to this point where we are now, up to this point, with these UCC, you can stop right there and go on and build tremendous business credit without the trade lines. The trade lines are just icing on the cake. You don't even need to go overboard with them. That's why we explain that this is not about chasing the most obscure company that reports real fast before Dun & Bradstreet gets a hold of them. Or this isn't chasing the company that reports twice as much as you're spending. Like, this is not that. This is manipulating this yourself. This shows up within a week, week and a half. You know what I mean? You don't have to wait for anybody to post this. Actually setting this up and putting this in motion before you actually seek out trade lines can give you a paydex way ahead of time. As long as you don't go overboard with it. Now let's discuss some of the ways you go overboard before we even get into the app. And let me go through what you can use this for. As I said, you have to loan your business money. If it's a home-based business, you're using a portion of your home to house that business. So why not lease that business the space it uses? That way you can keep from commingling funds. Why not, if it uses any computer equipment or office equipment that you may or may not have had to buy out of your pocket, why not lease that to the business? Why not do a UCC on each? If you use your personal vehicle for business reasons, why not, whatever portion that you use for business reasons, why not lease that to your business? That alone will put you at 4 UCC filings. That is a normal thing on your average business's credit report. So that's the reason why these teachings are so important. This is definitely well known to like bankers or people in the financial industry, but it's definitely not something that's taught on the